Hello everyone. My name is Matrim, and joining me tonight is the Jabroni Bro. As the desk was just talking about, we are in the final two rounds before we find out who's going into the relegation/promotional series, who could be going into finals. Really excited about this, Jabroni. Are you ready to get this round underway?
2 days left, Matrim. First of all, I'm very happy to be back, where everything is so smooth, everything is so easy right here on PUBG Online. Tons of the best teams, 20 in this game tonight. The plane is now taking off, and I could not be more excited. I'm excited to see if we get a few military teams here, though. When the plane comes from north to south, a lot of teams do have to jump early, but every now and then you will end up stuck at the bottom, and it seems like we do have some squads committing to military here.
I think it's all going to come down to who decides to go first and who really just pulls the cord on it and just nosedives down. Looks like Frex is going to do a flyby all the way to the end of the island, which is kind of surprising there. We've got one squad that's making a push over towards Novo, though. Not anybody really pushing towards military base proper. That's fairly surprising. I guess they assumed somebody else was going to drop there. There's a lot of little early fights that are happening, people getting knocked down, getting killed off. Usually we don't see this type of aggression. I'm wondering if it's based on this circle. You can see a lot of people are already like, oh my God, we have to start making our way, try to figure out how we're going to get over there. There's not a lot of land inside this circle is one of the terrible things that we do need to talk about, which means we could have a lot of people opting into a water game.
And look at North George right now. A little bit of a cluster going on over here, as Swiped is actually knocked out by 17 with a UMP. This is the dream, Matchroom. The level 3 helmet, the M24, the 8 times and the 4 times. Envy is now in the best shape out of any player in this game because that M24, man.
Giraffe's actually holding this choke point fairly nice, trying to get some extra damage off. All of this little damage that we're seeing come out as these squads are being forced to go back and forth from one island to the other using this bridge could be very influential. Remember, a lot of these guys didn't get a lot of time to really loot. Oh, Matthew is getting absolutely torn up right now. He's got about a fifth of his life left. You can see that everybody's trying to juke back and forth. He's got to make it with just a smidgen of life. Look at how many people are still outside of circle. Actually, people getting knocked down. We can see Check Shooter has just gotten knocked down by Infamous. So everybody is just trying to do a push into circle, but they've taken so much tick damage because of the way that they opted into that further northern Georgia Pool area. So many people are trying to make their way down here, and this is just some unnecessary deaths. There are so many meds being burnt right now. Sure, it's just the first circle, but it's a lot of energy drinks that are being burnt. And we talked about not a lot of these guys got a huge amount of time to really loot. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're not going to see a plethora of energy drinks coming through. As speaking of plethora of energy drinks, looks like you're just going to have a couple of them delivered to you as Duck Mini Fridge just take out 2 people. Levi is just kind of crawling out there. Just finish him off, guys. Put him out of his misery. Get the loot off of him. I really like this. They are aware that multiple people are going to be having to push in, and so they get control over the bridge. We don't usually see too many bridge camps happening in PUBG Online.
I love these military games because they force early combat.
With 63 people alive, there's not a lot of cover. There's not a lot of places people can go. So they're going to have to shoot their way into some level of terrain cover, which makes for some really great fights.
Yeah, Matchroom, honestly, I will be surprised if half of these players make it into this new zone.
So next circle is up, and it's actually going to pull away from the coastline. That means all of these squads that we've seen really post up, such as Cream 9, Machine Gunner, who's still living in the water, feels bad. We've got Elusive and his squad, William and his squad. They're all going to need to push north.
There are way too many players for this zone right now. This will be a nice fight. Wake's World and squad Wooly, Adam Dids, and Snowbird moving on to Y10 Faith is going to be a great 4v4 to see. Those are some nice long-range shots, knocking out Cornholio.
We talked about this. There are very few little dips and crevices that you can play, so making sure to get control of all the background gives you complete control to move forward. Now then, 14 people alive. We've got Kickstart, Baja Waka, 17 Ashik. Giraffe looks like he's off in the distance. Adam did, Snowbird, Wexworld, Wooly, Paradox, and Giraffe, and Hetero and Comet as well. So Hetero and Comet are actually positioned already inside the circle. I think that they found themselves a nice little shack that they're going to try to play in. Start seems to be firmly aware of where the other team is. Oh, and look at that. Turns around, gets Wexworld down. That's 2 downs. This is a 2v4 now. I think Kickstart's thinking about playing this aggressive, and he's doing the eye for it. Yeah, he's going to come back, play around the outside of the circle. They do have circle control, so he's just trying to get a line of sight on the outside. Adam Dids is going down, and now it's just all onto Wooly, and I think Kickstart's going to come up right back behind him. The moment that he wants to step forward, Wooly's going to have to hit the shots of his life onto Kickstart to secure any form of contest inside the rest of this round. Meanwhile, Ashik is like, no, I'm not even going to give you that chance for this. Coming up and just lights him up right in front of him. So here we go. It's all onto just Wooly, and I think he knows that it's coming for him. He's got to figure out how he's going to play this. Oh, and is it just going to be grenades coming through? And yes, it is. Kickstart's going to secure the kill with that side flank. So Kickstart, Baja Waka, Ashik, and 17 come in first place. Adam did Snowbirds, Wooly, and Wexworld coming in second. Terragate, Heteror, Blue Who, and Comet coming in third. Big Painkiller, right? Hello, everyone. My name is Matcham, and I am joined by Jabroni Bro, and we are here in round 2. Let's come back into this round as we've got an airplane that's coming off from the eastern side. Looks like it's pushing up towards the northwestern corner. Going to be going over Milta, probably Georgia Pool, all things considered. So all the happy fun favorites for PUBG Online, and a lot of people opting into going this way. That's probably about, what, 4 or 5, 6 active squads, and everybody got scared off and pulled away from Milta Power itself. So we've got one squad looks like it's doing a push down towards Novo. Another one looks like it's going up towards Lippo. Might see somebody try to hard push all the way up toward Yasnaya. But look at this. We also see a very strong line of squads heading down to the south. We might have a contestant going for military base and one squad opting to going for school. And there we go. Now all of our guys are going to drop out and go, hey, it's time to go to Georgia Pool.
Yeah, exactly. All the Georgia Pool people going right back to what they consider home.
This is going to be a really interesting setup. Normally, we don't have squads drop anywhere near each other, but in this case, we have several different squads that have opted into trying to find some level of control over Novo. Snowbird are still hard looting, making hard runs across these open areas like this, show some level of confidence. They think that they can still get some level of control over this area, or they just might feel that, hey, we can at least pin them down and force them to stay inside of here. But with that, let's bring up the map, and oh my God, it's another military base. So here we go. We're starting to see a couple of squads making their way towards the circle. Pretty Curdy's still doing a little bit of looting out there. And oh, Riam getting a nice pop onto Lush. He's going to go down. MJ Yo is just driving right along the coastline and gets taken down as well. That's going to be real rough. That's 2 people out of the squad already. Oh, and Tamai. Beforehand, we saw him. He was one of those guys that had to run out of Milta. Just deny them. Don't let them shoot you, Tamaya. Try to get your gear into the water. Don't let them have it. That's what he can do. You can see he's trying to push out, and he just doesn't make it as his body slowly rolls into the water.
And here come the shots right onto SwiftyQ. Only hits 1 so far, but he is knocked out thanks to Maluk, who is a little bit further back. So SwiftyQ will be down and eliminated. And hopefully Valier can pick this up before the other vehicles head across.
This is going to be the rest of Cream 9. He's going to try to figure out how he wants to defend this. As the people are coming up, managed to get a little bit of damage onto Moody. Does manage to get the knockout, but he gets knocked down in return. They know that he's all by his lonesome, and that's just an easy walk up to finish that off. Look at this. We've got another squad fight happening, as it looks like one squad's pushing back down this radio tower, waiting into right into Blue Who's arms. A lot of damage going on to Painkiller. He does manage to make it behind the tree, but look at that. He peeks around the corner, does see 2, gets it down onto 1, but he's going to go down in return. Now it's all going to be onto what Comet and Hetror can do. And wow, it's all onto just Hetror. Hetror is trying to see what damage he can do. Look at how many people are knocked down around him right now. We do look like we have another little bit of a fight that is happening up near the bridge, as it looks like poor Peaches has gotten caught out by Valiant. These guys have just been living up here for oh so long. It's been successful. Just keep netting the free meds and the free loot off of it.
But surprisingly, Matcham, nobody opted to stay up on the hill.
And we talked about how there's a lot of dead space around military, but there are the hill zone areas. Maluk is still out here killing everybody on this bridge. We never see bridge camps. This has got to be the most successful bridge camp in PUBG Online history. And so look at this interesting position that we've got set up. We've got one squad that's kind of like, hey, we've got control over this upper area. Meanwhile, Fender and Snakers and Giraffe are trying to figure out how they're going to get out of this. I think that they're just going to opt into trying to push up onto this. Fender looks like he's doing a hard push up for this. He's got to be really, really quiet. Duck's going to walk right into him, so we're going to see Duck go down. Fender might take that as the opportunity to push forward, but no. Looks like he's going to come back. It's all going to be onto Giraffe at this point as he gets taken down, and nope, he gets killed as well.
So Elevate down to Dizzy and just Shredded. And yeah, the snout, because so many players are going into the buildings.
So many grenades. Good Lord. They're all going to end up fighting each other. But nobody really wants to do the push across this open street area because look at how hard it is to get across. You can see Jesse Lowell's getting taken down. And off in the distance, Briam and his team are trying to figure out how they're going to get across here, but Venerated is kind of catching up into a fight over here. Venerated is trying to lay out some damage and does get it down onto Riam, but this fight is taking place oh so late right now. Undercover Pie is trying to provide some level of cover. Ticked so low, though, any level of blue damage could be detrimental for him. Trying to get off this first aid, I don't know. Is he going to have time for it? It's going to come in right at this last second. Is he going to get it? Yes, he does. 7 people now. And Interrogate Hetror are oh so low. Pistola Time's got near on no life. He's going to die outside the play zone. So we've got Undercover Pie and Imperial Ha in a fairly good position right now.
Alone, the only other player that was up was Hetror, and he was down.
Decimus was trying so hard there, did get line of sight back and forth. So now we're down to just 4. Imperial Ha and Undercover Pie. Undercover Pie is trying to get that little bit of help that he can. 30 seconds before the circle starts to push in. He could potentially get over to Imperial Ha, but it's going to be real rough to go across this as now bullets have rung out, giving away his position, and it's just going to be too much as Headshore Comet, Interrogate, and Bluehoo secure the first spot with 12 kills, all things considered. Hello, everybody out there on Twitch TV. My name is Matcham, and we are here in game number 3. I am joined by Jabroni Bro. You ready for this last round, Jabroni?
Absolutely. And here we go. We actually have Tempo Storm heading down to military, which is a little strange for that squad. So they're going right to military. A couple of teams, we'll see Jihi head over to what I would imagine would be Prim. Cornshuckers right back where they belong over at Milta Power. And a lot of players jumped right in the middle of this flight path, and they're heading northwest.
Already engaged as, yes, Snakers is already down to such a little amount of life. You can see that off in the distance, I believe it was Peaches that was already dipped pretty low.
Snakers finds himself in very early combat, and the first person to go down again is Trules. Trules has been ran over twice tonight. Now, nobody's in a big rush in this circle either. The zone has started to move in. Everyone's kind of relaxing. High ground just moving out of South George. Yeah, I think the spot right now, what is Giraffe? Oh, wow.
Just be quiet.
Yeah, Giraffe,
I am the rock.
Here.
I am the rock, and the rock is me. I am the rock. The rock is with me. I am the rock. Oh, just gotta shoot. Try to see what he can get off of it. Giraffe does manage to get a down onto Fear Me. Now he's got to figure out how he's gonna play the rest of this as he just goes down.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those situations. Giraffe finds himself in the middle of nowhere and just happens to land by another team. They run right on top of him. Eventually, you have to take the shots. Make your path as clear as possible. And that's what Cream 9 is going for right now. They found high ground. They're like, let's get him out of here so we don't worry about it. And there they go. High ground now eliminated from this game.
Oh, the next circle is up, and it's nowhere around.
Yet everybody is going to have to go up to Cornshuckers towards the top of this hill. This is high elevation. Any squad that is not in this current zone will be fighting uphill the rest of this game.
Anything around them, they're all hearing all these small gunfights. And oh, Snowbird with a nice lineup, getting some shots, getting almost down in Mini Fridge Jr. He's trying to figure out where it's coming from, but it doesn't matter. He's going to go down inside that. So now it's going to be on to how Darkside and Duck decide to play this. Now taking a lot of damage. Snowbird gets downed in return. A couple of latecomers coming in, trying to figure out how they're going to make approach. Vehicles just driving in. Rykar in a really bad spot as he just gets directly taken out by Wooly. Good level position coming out. Big's trying to get some damage back. He does get the down, but he's eating so much damage on the outside of the circle. He's trying to crawl his way in. Can he make it? He's taking so much tick damage.
Yeah, Y10 Fate under a ton of pressure right now from the north, from the east. They're the ones that are holding the key to this game, and it is this set of buildings. There's a little bit of defilade right above them to the north that a lot of these players will opt to play. He's kind of open, shots coming out. What a play, taking down Lush with the Scar, and it's up to MJO now.
And this is so influential. This was a very strong squad, still had a lot of members up and active. Really, it's just him, Bing Bang Bach, and Pistola time. So the more damage that Wexworld can get off on this, the better. Now, they're going to opt into going around the north side of this kind of push, out and around. This is going to put them into a perfect line of sight for Zampa and Paradox. So we're going to have to see how Zampa and Paradox opt into playing this, because they're going to have to push in right next to this other squad. Now you can see off in the distance, Zampa and Paradox are trying to do a slow push, again, playing on the outside of the circle, and Savage is jumping up, trying to look inside these windows, trying to figure out where everybody's at. Waka is playing off the backside and does get a down onto that. Really solid shots coming out. We're now down to 12 up and alive, but so many of those are down right now. Bing Bang Bach being taken out. Zampa is down off one side. Paradox, the only solo member coming off from this. I say that Machine Gunner is now down to just himself as well. Everybody's kind of killing themselves on the outside, just letting the guys inside of the yellow houses just stay in safe, stay in cover, getting the kills that they can. Now everybody kind of pulls back, retreats, trying to get their revives off. And no, we're not going to see that come out. Now it's just on to what Machine Gunner and MJO can pick up.
Yeah, this play by Y10 Fate, as soon as they realized it was getting to a low situation, Bahawaka 17 both moved outside of the building to take out those players that were down. So it's up to Machine Gunner in a 1v2 against Bahawaka and 17. He does get the pickup on MJO. We'll see if Kickstar can get up. But Y10 Fate, that went perfectly for them. All the other teams were forced to fight one another in such a small open area.
But look at this, where Kickstart, Bahawaka, and the rest of the team repositioned to. That yellow building doesn't have windows that face towards MJO and Machine Gunner. That means that they're going to have to opt into coming back out and around and reveal themselves. Neither one of these squads are set up and in the circle right now. Baha trying to go for a side flank on this, and it doesn't look like Machine Gunner has seen him yet. If he manages to crest this hill and gets any shots off of Machine Gunner, that could be a near-on instant down. Does Bahawaka see it? And he's got to know that they're playing inside these trees, but he's playing this wide out in the open. Extremely aggressive. Steps up and takes some shots onto MJ Yo in a little bit of a pincer spot. He does get it down onto Machine Gunner. He is just walking forward and trying to secure these kills, and he gets them. So with that kickstart, Baja Waka 17 and Ashik come in first place.